Controversy has erupted once again over the welcome to country ceremonies, with TV star Dean Wells expressing his frustration after an in-flight acknowledgement on a Jetstar flight. As debates about the frequency and relevance of these ceremonies continue to divide Australians, opinions on their necessity seem more polarized than ever. Dean Wells, known for his appearance on Married at First Sight, sparked an online conversation after he voiced displeasure at a welcome to country ceremony on his Jetstar flight from Sydney to Ballina. Wells, who was en route to attend his uncle's funeral, noted that while his overall flight experience was smooth, he could have done without the acknowledgement of the traditional custodians of the land upon arrival in Ballina. In his Instagram story, he remarked, "I don't need to be welcomed to my own country." His comments reflect a growing unease among certain Australians who feel that these frequent acknowledgements have strayed from their original intent. Jetstar, along with Qantas, implemented in-flight acknowledgements of country in 2021, and the practice has become a common part of many public events. However, some Australians, like Wells, feel that the ubiquitous nature of these ceremonies dilutes their significance. While a welcome to country is typically delivered by traditional custodians of the land, an acknowledgement of country can be performed by others when necessary. For some, this distinction is lost in the repetition, raising questions about the purpose and impact of the ceremonies when encountered multiple times in a single day, such as in fitness classes or corporate meetings. This sentiment was echoed recently by Triple M producer Lauren Berry, who questioned why her Pilates classes began with a welcome to country. While Berry emphasized her support for the tradition, she, like Wells, wondered if the constant repetition was necessary, particularly in familiar settings. "I'm all for the welcome to country," she said, "but when you've got the same people in the classes every day, you've been welcomed." This frustration was shared by radio host Ben Fordham, who argued that the overuse of the ceremonies had made them lose their original meaning. Fordham pointed to the repetitive nature of the acknowledgements, saying, "We don't need a welcome at the start of every Zoom meeting, Pilates class, or AFL game. It's become a chore." Fordham's remarks come amid growing debate over the presence of welcome to country ceremonies in Australian sport, particularly in the AFL. In recent months, the practice has been met with mixed reactions, with some fans cheering and others expressing discontent through boos. The AFL, however, remains committed to continuing the tradition, with AFL CEO Andrew Dillon affirming that the welcome to country is for everyone and sets an inclusive tone for the game. The controversy surrounding these acknowledgements has split opinions across the nation, from enthusiastic supporters who see it as a vital part of recognizing First Nations peoples, to those like Wells and Fordham, who feel the frequency has diminished the practice's significance. As the discussion over welcome to country ceremonies intensifies, it's clear that the issue taps into deeper conversations about identity, tradition, and inclusion in Australia. While many continue to view these acknowledgements as a meaningful gesture of respect, others, like Dean Wells, argue that the practice has become excessive and, at times, disconnected from its original purpose. With strong opinions on both sides, this debate shows no signs of slowing down.